Hey guys, it's Jimbo here. If you don't know who I am, I stream over at Twitch. I have hit rank 1 consistently with Namor during the playtest, which was in the Chinese beta and the closed beta. I have also hit rank 10 during the full release, and I play with a team called Team Schmungus, which you probably see me play with them quite often if you watch their streams. And yeah, I just want to make a little guide, and I hope you guys enjoy. His basic attack, Trident of Neptune, throws out a projectile every second, which does 70 base damage. Hitting crit increases this to 140 and also puts your turret into a berserk state, which I'll explain later on. This also makes the turret shoot whoever you last shot at. A side note, the turrets will find a new target to fire at if they cannot see the last one you shot at, but most importantly, it also reduces the cooldown for your monstro spawn. You'll understand why this is important later on. Next is his right click, Wrath of the Seven Seas. This launches a non-critting trident which makes all monstro target the damaged enemy with an enhanced attack that does 60 damage. This can also be affected if you hit around them, causing AoE explosion. It also makes them go into something called berserk state, which I'll explain later. His shift, Blessing of the Deep, puts you in a bubble-like barrier which makes you immune to all damage and CC for 3 seconds. This ability is really useful for survival as it allows him to avoid pretty much everything in the game. You can also move a tiny bit during this, allowing you to take high ground or reposition yourself if needed. Next, we have his Monstro spawn. You can place 2 of these at the same time, which lasts for 8 seconds each. They can only damage at a max range of 40 meters, and their fall off damage starts at 20. Normally, you'd place these on walls or behind targets mid-fight. This allows for them to damage around cover, corners, or even behind shields. And they get destroyed a lot less since people will have a late reaction to them since they are in a very odd place. Here are some unique places I have found. Now we have his team up, Frozen Spawn. Lunar Snow infuses ice energy into Namor, which allows him to spawn a different type of monstro. This monstro deals more damage, has more HP, and slows enemies by 25% for 1 second. When enhanced, however, the fire rate increases but the damage goes down. But this isn't an issue, as the slow effect will be applied way more often, allowing you to hit more shots and reducing the cooldown of your main monstros. Lastly, for his main kit, we have his ult, Horn of Proteus. You summon a whale-like creature that leaps atop of enemies within range. This disables their mobility abilities, forcing them to react quick and run out. When using this ult, you have 2 sections. The inner circle, which does 500 damage, and the outer circle, which only does 200. If hit by the ultimate, however, it will stun the enemy for 1.5 seconds, allowing you to at least get 2 shots off if you didn't KO them. Berserk, or Enhanced State, is where your turrets essentially get enhanced. They go from 2 rounds per second to 5 rounds per second, but they have a decrease in damage, but it's not by much. Your normal turrets go from 17 to 11, while your Frozen go from 25 to 16. While this might sound like a downside, overall, you're actually dishing out more damage, and for your Frozen spawn, you're actually applying the Frozen effect way more often. Now let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages. Namor is extremely good against tanks and melee characters, but when it comes to range or air, he can definitely be outsmarted, but that doesn't mean he's bad against them. He just has a worse time. But how do we counter that? Well, you have to play more mindful with your turrets, call to your team when needed so you can either outpoke them, take a better position, or let someone else deal with that. Why is he good against tanks? Because his turrets can be placed in weird places, which makes them either focus on you or turn around for those turrets, allowing you to get in free shots, recharging your turret ability, giving you more ult charge, Or if you put in respectable amount of damage, this actually forces their supports to either ult, use resources in a way they shouldn't, or misposition themselves. Against melee characters, however, it's kind of the same reason, but they're more squishy. If they try to dive someone on your team, you just place your turrets in a weird place, and they can't do anything. But if they use abilities on cooldown, or you're making them change their playstyle, that's also putting them in a very uncomfortable scenario, which is very beneficial for you and your team. And this is why Namor is really good against melee. Here's some combos you can do while you're fighting in a duel. You always want to start off with one turret thrown to the side, and then into a basic attack, then right click. There's no need for a headshot because the burst damage will actually do enough to kill a squishy if they don't get healed within that amount of time. This next one you only want to use if you're up close, flanking, or can guarantee a kill. You want to throw a turret, basic attack, melee, then right click. If you're on high ground, there are actually a few options, but the one I use the most is by throwing down two turrets, either at your location or near the person you want to shoot first, because this distracts them quite often, so they'll look at the turrets instead of you. Then you just do the regular combo, left click, right click, and that should be enough damage to kill two 75 HP targets. If you have a Luna team up, you can replace any of these turrets in the combo with a Luna team up, as it just deals more damage, so you're guaranteed a kill quicker. Now, I want to talk about the main reason on why this character is very strong in my eyes, and why I even want to do a guide in the first place. I call it turret rotation. When you throw out one regular monstro, it takes exactly 12 seconds to get another one. But with your regular attack, you gain ability reduction on those monstros. Through my testing, 5 hits with your regular attack brings back 1 in your charge, meaning you can throw out one monstro, and while that is out, you can essentially gain it back before it despawns. So, how does this affect Namor's playstyle? Well, you always want at least one monstro out and never two. This allows you to play more aggressive and a little bit defensively if you need to, because you always have at least one monstro as a backup if you ever get dived or if you need to finish off an enemy. With the Luna team up, however, you want to throw out the Ice Monstro and a normal one at the same time, because while they are both out, you can actually earn your one Monstro back and throw another normal one while the Ice one disappears, and you'll have another normal one in your backup. So you will always have one at hand, and you can keep rotating this, and you can keep doing this for a long time. The reason why this works is because the Ice Monstro has a 20-second cooldown and a lifespan of 10 seconds, meaning you can just rotate every monster you have and always have an uptime of 2 on the field. While yes, they can be destroyed, you can always get a normal monstro back within seconds, allowing you to repeat the rotation. And that's it for my guide. Like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any content. Go over to twitch.tv/JimboLimbo. I stream there basically every day. And that's about it. I thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care.